Hi, my name is Ashley Abello. I'm just a regular 13-year-old girl. Going into 8th grade, and I basically wanted to tell you guys like who I am and basically tell you what happened to me in 6th grade when I was going to school. I was hit by a car. So we'll get to that when I am going to start telling you after who I am. So, I am a 13-year-old girl. My name is Ashley Abello. I grew up in a neighborhood, well, it's like a neighborhood in a project called Gowanus. It's in the city in downtown Brooklyn. And basically, I grew up here most of my life. I grew up here for, forever, basically. And basically, for me, to be honest, almost my whole life, I know a bunch of you guys have, been through this, it's hard, it gets real hard, you get bullied, you get teased, but the way I was, it wasn't the way a child should live their life. So, I basically grew up as a child that, I barely had friends around. I was teased, I was pushed, I was bullied just because of I was slightly different than others, if you could say. But like I was saying, I'm so sorry about that. But basically, for most of my life, I have been bullied, I have been bothered. It's just I can't explain it. The way it was just slightly different. And it's hard to live through life like that when it's, just hard. And everything's just pushing you around and just throwing you all over the place. To be honest, as I grew up, I was bigger than the kids. I was a little bit taller, and I was at the time overweight. I still am slightly, I'm not overweight, but I am slightly on the chubby side. And I don't care how I look. I do not need to look perfect for anybody. It's me, myself, and I. And if somebody doesn't appreciate for what I am or who I am or what I do, it doesn't matter. It's up to me. I make my life choices. So now this is when I explain to you about what happened to me in 6th grade, and I will explain to that in the next minute. So stay tuned. So basically, as I was saying, when I was in 6th grade, I was bullied and I was pushed around after 5th grade, and everybody in my old school came to that school basically. Just a couple students didn't come to my specific middle school. And I remember in the middle of the year in 6th grade, I basically was just walking from the store. After getting my breakfast, I ate my breakfast at the store because they had a little section where you could sit and eat your breakfast. It was still slightly early before school time was starting to get ready. And I basically was just I went in and I'm crossing the street, and this lady was texting and driving. And she hit me with her car, and I ended up losing a tooth, and I have a severely chipped tooth. Now you guys might think that's a lie. She has all her teeth. I don't. I will show you that after the story. So basically, I was immediately my whole face hit the floor, and my head hit the floor and clocked back, and it went nearly again to hit the floor because it took all that impact. I quickly get up to get myself out of the street, and I lay back on the floor, and I'm in tears because I'm shocked. Did this girl just really just hit me for no reason? And she said, "Oh, I didn't notice you. The only time that I noticed you was literally 2 inches away from you from getting hit." And that made me feel kind of weird. How come she can't do that? She wasn't busy. She has to keep her eyes on the road. And to remind you guys, this was in a school zone, so she has to keep eyes out for kids. And apparently this day, the crossing guard had to be out because of a situation. So then my principal comes out and everything, and then another teacher comes out as a staff member to help me get inside. Everybody was in a corner, ran inside the lunchroom, and then I remember going into the nurse to get myself cleaned up, and then what happened? And then, like, after a while, I was in a nurse, they were cleaning me off, because, like, my gums up here, my tooth, like, ripped out, and they were trying to find the tooth, because after, like, 24 hours, I'm able to get the tooth back in, and it would, like, grow with the gum. But we ended up not finding that tooth, and we didn't even find the chipped tooth. We didn't find the other half of the chipped tooth that was severely chipped. And then I remember as, like, I got hit with the car, and I remember as I'm there, you have the kids that were bullying me in school. It's like, oh shit, like, sorry for my language, but they were like, oh shit, you know, she just got hit, that's not funny. And they realized not to make fun of me, because I literally could have died at that moment. I'm so blessed to be, I'm still thinking, like, myself, I'm still happy that I'm still alive from what just happened. And basically, like, I remember I quickly ran inside the school. They were trying to help me, but I could walk, I wasn't unconscious, nothing, I was able to move. And I remember I ran out of the street, running in towards the school so nobody could see me. And there was this boy that was asking, like, what's wrong with Ashley, is she okay? And this boy was my best friend, and I guess he, like, liked me and stuff, so he was just making sure I was, like, safe. And then I remember we made it to the hospital. Before we went to the hospital, my principal was calling on a private number from the school, and my mom wasn't going to answer the number. My mom didn't answer the first time, so we called my grandmother. She picked up. Oh, hello, this is Ashley's grandmother. Yes, we would like to let you know that Ashley was just hit with a vehicle. If you would like to please tell the mother to pick up her phone. And my grandmother, like, quickly hanged up the line. I'm over here, like, cleaning myself, making sure there's no blood coming out from anywhere else. And then I remember the minute, like, my mom picks up the phone, she's like, hello, and then the principal was like, yes, hi, this is Ashley, hi, is this Ashley's mother, Iris Rodriguez? Yes, yes, what happened? Your daughter, don't freak out, but was just hit by a car. And she was like, what the fuck do you mean it's a freak out? She's my daughter, and I want to know how she just got hit if she literally just left the house. And how you telling me not to freak out? She could have been dead. I could have been dead, and my principal did not care, like, for nothing. She just wanted me to be able to walk. That's all she cared about, was just making sure I was able to move around. But she dare said to my mother, oh, don't freak out, but your daughter was hit by a car. Like, you didn't even tell her if I was still living or not. And then my mother said to just send me to Methodist hospital. I was quickly taken. One of my teachers had to come, and then I went to the hospital. I had to change my outfit and stuff. And I remember they didn't even, like, check me. They physically checked me, like, do you have pain here? Do you have pain here? Do you have pain here? And then I remember, like, after, like, not even less than, like, 15 minutes after being there, my mom had came in, and I remember I just started crying and crying because I felt embarrassed and I felt shocked. And I was just, like, I was just sad that my mother had to see me like that. Just one of her own, like, I'm the only daughter. She has 2 sons and 1 daughter. I'm the only daughter. And I'm just shocked to let her see her only youngest daughter, the only daughter and only youngest child left, hurt and in pain. And I just felt so bad. So, yeah, and then I was quickly done because I wasn't in physical and mental pain. And I was quickly rushed to the dentist that they had in the hospital because I needed stitches in my gums, and I needed to get this tooth fixed soon. So then after that, basically, I ended up leaving the hospital with stitches. Everything was numbed, like, this whole thing was numb, and they had to, like, constantly, consistently numb me, like, multiple times. Because it wasn't that I felt anything, I felt pressure, and that pressure felt like pain to me, so, because I was in shock still, and it ended up wearing off of me being shocked. So then I actually felt pressure. I felt slight pain. And after everything was done, I was in so much pain. They gave me medicine, and then we ended up staying in the hospital for like 2 to 3 hours and everything. And then my face was like slightly like, my eyes were red. This was all poofy. And it looked like everything was just irritated. And then I remember we left the hospital. It was like 11 o'clock. And then, yeah. We went out to eat because I was hungry. And then I remember we went home. And then I had to stay home for like a week. I was able to stay longer. My mom gave me permission. But I didn't want to stay any longer because I wasn't going to miss school anymore. Because I used to cut school a lot in the past, and I didn't want to do that anymore. So I just quickly went to school. After a week was done, everybody welcomed me back, and to be honest, I was expecting something else, but I didn't get what I was expecting. So I sat down and I went straight back to where everything started with the bullying and stuff. So then I got tired of it, and I confronted everybody on the loudspeaker that was bullying me, and everybody got taken into the principal's office, and they seen me leave, and they like tried to like bully me again, but they couldn't because they were in trouble. And I remember I think I got like 4 students suspended for physically and mentally and verbally abusing me with words and like pushing me around and acting like they controlled me. And then I'm here now, 7th grade. They wasn't bullying me. I wasn't bothered. I had gotten more friends because they said I was a trooper, that I was brave for everything that just happened in 6th grade. And then new students came, and then there was this one boy named Lewis, and he accepted me for how I looked and how just like he didn't really mentally and physically cared about how I looked. He cared about my personality, and that's why I liked him so much, and I cared about him. We don't talk anymore because of what happened, but we ended up dating, and then he started bullying me because I was missing a tooth. This is not a real tooth. This is a fake one. So yeah, and then everything just started happening. This one, it was still severely chipped, and then I ended up getting it unchipped. And then, yeah, and then that just happened. And then, as I was like in 7th grade, I remember we made an appointment to make impressions for a tooth. And they basically gave me a retainer one, and they gave me a flipper. So right now I'm wearing a flipper. To be honest, I don't want to show you guys, but this is who I am, and I'm not ashamed of it. I just don't appreciate what the lady did, and this is like forever gonna be here. And I'm gonna be honest, if I had any chance to go back into the past and prevent it, I would, but I can't. I really can't. And it's just sad to wake up every morning with it. And it just mocks you. It just makes you remember all the things that happened. So this is what happened. I lost a tooth. As you can see, this is ripped, and then this was the tooth that I lost, and they like had to fix it. Yes, the flipper. It goes in and out. And then I have the retainer one, but I'm not going to take it out because it's put it away. I don't really wear that one because it gives me a lisp, and plus, I don't like having like a skinny little tooth there. It was like it fit in. It was just like it looked too skinny. And then this one, it's just like it kind of matches and it works out, so I just wear this one. Yeah. And then I have to wait until tomorrow to get this checked out because I had a cavity, blah blah blah. Yeah. And I might get braces, so it's gonna help out soon. But it's just like, it's hard just living with the bullies and stuff. And then the boy stopped talking to me. He stopped bullying me and everything, and it just like got better and better. And then I finally, I'm not gonna cut this out because I can't. I finally just got like everything the way I wanted it, in a way. Not bullied, not pushed around, not mocked. I am slightly mocking myself because the way I look and the way I feel like myself as a person isn't supposed to be the way I am. It's slightly hard, but I can get over it sooner or later. And once I come out as myself again, I'll be perfectly fine. I just want you guys to know, like, you could be pushed down, you could be mocked, you could get bullied, but remember, at the end of the day, you still have hope. For me, I know I have hope. I know I still have that part of me that stays strong together. You guys have that in you too, but you have to find it. And you gotta remember, even though you get hurt, you still have a way to make sure that the bullies stay on the ground and you walk up from the floor and you walk away and you keep them there. Remember that, guys, okay? So I would like to thank you guys for watching this video, and if you do, please like and subscribe, and please tell your friends to watch this, and let them know that even though everything goes wrong in life, you still have hope, and you just have to be there for each other. And just make sure that even though life can be hard, you still can make it to the top, no matter what happens. You just can make it. So if anything, guys, I love you guys so much, and I would like to say bye.